Big J checking in from the road. Actually, I'm not on the road. I'm sitting in a truck stop. All right, fans, mutants, masturbators. Look, Big J's got a new Michigan shirt on. He shaved and showered this morning. Mark it on your calendars, people. What's for dinner? I don't know yet. Oh my God, Jay fighting bears in Montana. I don't want no parts of no grizzly. Yes, big house football. Looking like Hermann Goering. Hermann Goering was actually in better physical condition than myself. No lot lizards. I'm down here in Fort Myers, Florida, on the Gulf of Mexico side. It is hot. My phone says it's 84 degrees. Fuck that. It's hot. It's hotter than 84 degrees. Heard you smashed Jason Genova's mother with your 14-inch. Oh, dude. I don't even know if I would want a 14-inch dick. No woman's going to let you put a 14-inch dick in her. Jay, you're breathing heavy just talking, man. Yeah, I told you I'm way heavy. I weighed in the other day at the gym at 333. So it's gotten out of control. I'm not burning any calories, and I haven't adjusted my diet. I need to get back in the gym 3-4 days a week, kickstart the metabolism. 275 or bust, Jay. I agree. You guys that are urging me to cut to the 275 weight class, which is 125 kilogram for you Euro homos. Yeah, you're right. I should be 275. You know, I was gonna go for that bench record at 308. It's just the 308 record is weak. That's why I chose to go 308. I would still be too heavy at 308. I need to be 275. So, and I'm not arguing that point. In all the years of me yo-yo dieting, up and down, up and down, up and down, I have never, ever put on any muscle after I go above 270. For me, everything above 270 is just blubber. I'm only 6 feet tall. So when I'm 270, I'm big, and I'm in pretty good shape at 270. And then God, I'm fucking hot. That hair is so fucking long, it lays down. I need to get some product. Got to get up to 350 to 370. It's sick. It's piss. It's awesome. Someone who weighs 310 should compete at 275. Cut the water. My problem with cutting water to compete is I have a real bad problem with cramps. If I cut my water, I cramp like a motherfucker. I don't know how bodybuilders get up there dehydrated and flex. My shit would lock up, and they'd have to fucking haul me off the stage. So anyway, hey, we got any new topics today? Find a meat with a 24-hour weigh-in. Glycerin gel. Glycerin seems to give me diarrhea. I don't know. Can you slam a beer for the mints right now, Jay? No. You're boring shit. There's a process to come out of a water cut. It's not hard. Okay, I just don't know the protocol. I'm naive to it. Do you care about gas mileage? Within reason. I don't lose any sleep over it if I keep my foot all the way to the floor. I mean, you got to go. My truck is governed at 68 miles an hour. So it is what it is. And right now my cruise control is broken. So that means there's a fucking fly in here. Nate must be around. So I've been just driving with my foot mashed to the floor 24/7, which is not good for gas mileage. This truck should be getting about 7.5 with this big 14.7 liter Detroit diesel. I can tell you, I reset my mileage the last time I left West Palm Beach. My trip odometer is at 19,015.8 miles. I've been out on the road for 19,000 miles. And I am averaging 6.5 miles to the gallon. So by the cruise control being broken, we're losing about a mile to the gallon, which is bad. Is prolapsing during a heavy squat normal? It really depends. If you're squatting down onto a big fat cock, yeah, that's normal. How much time you taking off? I might take 2 weeks. I might go chill in the West Palm, Boca Delray area for as much as 2 weeks. Billy Page, would you fight me if I flew to the USA? Jesus Christ. Billy, this is America. I would just shoot you. Sorry. Give me an East Coast tour from New York to Miami. Where to stop? I don't know. I'm a different kind of person. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Manhattan. I've never been to Manhattan in my life, so I'd like to see Manhattan. The idea of not needing a car and having like a gym, a bar, and a good restaurant all in the same city block by your hotel, that would be fucking great. But I mean, I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't waste my time with anything other than Manhattan. I wouldn't go to Miami. I mean, there's so many cooler places in Florida than Miami. I mean, Miami is all fucking Spanish people, way overdressed, and paying way too much money to go to nightclubs. You know, if you want to do that Miami sound machine bullshit, you know, live in the Viva Loco, you know, go for it. That's just not my cup of tea. Where else on the East Coast? South Carolina has some beautiful areas on the water. I don't think I would. Georgia, Savannah, Georgia's on the water. I don't think I would go north, with the exception of Manhattan, which I think would be fun. I don't think I would go north of South Carolina. I would maybe do, you know, what's in South Carolina? Myrtle Beach. I would maybe do Myrtle Beach, Savannah, Georgia, Jacksonville, Daytona, Fort Lauderdale. I wouldn't fuck around with New England. You can't even swim up there. It's fucking a rocky coast with fucking great white sharks. And North Carolina, I really don't care for North Carolina. And it has nothing to do with Dale. It goes back a lot further than that. Connecticut, there's no real beach, is there? I mean, I've had good food in Connecticut. I'll tell you, PJ and Rob Zilla, they weren't lying when they said there's some good pizza in Connecticut. Fuck yes. Did you ever travel out of the USA? I've answered this question before. I've been to 3 other countries: Canada, Mexico, and the Bahamas. I've never had a passport. When I went to Canada and Mexico, you didn't need a passport back then. And when I went to the Bahamas, I took a cruise. And I believe if you take a cruise and you return to the same port you sailed from, you still don't need a passport. I refuse to get a passport. South Jersey Shore. Yeah. You could see the same Jersey douchebags down here in Florida. I've been to Windsor, Canada. Yeah, I grew up in the Detroit area, right across the river from Windsor. Windsor's a cool place. Thor's deadlift, Jay. What's your thoughts? Is that the guy that just went 500 kilo? That belt he's wearing doesn't look powerlifter legal. I don't think you're allowed to wear that padding underneath your belt like that. But other than that, that's amazing. But is Lenny gay? I don't know. I don't think Lenny, to be gay, don't you want to have a romance with another man? Doesn't there have to be a romantic factor, like you want companionship and marriage and all that? I mean, that's what the I don't even know the numbers anymore. But don't they say that it's not about sex? They actually love each other and they want to be companions and this and that. But I don't think Lenny has any of that. Lenny just likes deviant sexual behavior. He fucked a man in the bathroom. Yeah, that's deviant sexual behavior. That wasn't about love. Thoughts on Larry Wheels? I think Larry's great. I predicted it. I predicted it a long time ago that he was going too fast, and he was eventually going to get hurt. And I believe that's when he tore his bicep. Only gay if you push back. I don't know about that. I don't think you can be involved with any kind of anal sex, with the exception of maybe a woman doing you with a strap on, and have that not be considered gay. You know, if you want some hot chick to peg you in the rear end with a fucking strap on, that don't make you gay. You're just kinky. But you can't get near another man's butt with your dick, and you certainly can't let another man's cock get near your butt. No. These are all obvious things you guys should be able to answer on your own. Could you drive on ice road truckers? I think the show is overrated. I don't know. I mean, those guys usually have real heavy loads. I don't think they're limited to 80,000 pounds like we are on the interstates in the United States. I think because their season is so short. Don't those guys go up to 125,000 pounds? I could be wrong. I guess it's safe. I mean, they got enough people checking the ice. It's still creepy, man. It's so creepy to have I've been out on a frozen lake in my old Jeep, and that was scary enough. And those guys don't have to abide by a logbook. Dude, those guys drive for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I don't think there might be a day where they might not sleep, because they got to get the job done. That's not for me. I'm a lazy fucker. I mean, if you can't tell, look at me. But no, that's not for me. And, I like to hit a truck stop and get a hot meal or maybe a hot lunch. That's when a chick fucking shits on your chest. I like a good hot lunch. No, but I like a hot meal. I like bacon and eggs in the mornings. You're not going to get that in Ice Road Truckers. Those dudes are tough. They're eating fucking stew out of a can in the middle of nowhere. It's so fucked up there where they are. I don't think there's anything. I mean, there might be some caribou. Be about it. Polar bears, caribou. I don't know if they're far enough north for grizzly bears. They might be. I don't know. Is Jason a homosexual? Absolutely not. Now, I know Jason was with that tranny for a while, but I don't know the details. Like, I've tried to bring it up in front of Jason, and no, bro, and he fucking storms off. I've never heard the real truth about if Jason screwed around with that tranny or not. I'd like to know the truth. I'm sure Brad and Andrew know, but they've never told me. I wish Australia had crazy animals like caribou and grizzly bears. Oh, dude, Australia is crazy, you idiot. What the fuck are you talking about? Australia's got plenty of things that can kill you. Jesus Christ. Australia is scary as fuck. Jesus Christ. Girl to me, bro. Yeah, Australia has crazy fucking shit. I don't like kangaroos. I not one bit. Those idiots who get in the ring to box a kangaroo, what they don't get is that kangaroo's not going to punch you with those stupid little Dale Chance arms of his. They sit back on their tail, and then they kick you with their fucking foot right in the fucking head. Could kill you. I could care less about this Thor guy deadlifting. I really could. And I'm not jealous. I'm not being salty. Just extreme powerlifting. I don't find it very fascinating. I'm sorry. Jay, why does it seem you go live every time I'm in taking a deep, dark shit? Why is your shit deep, dark? That's not good. That sounds like blood in the stool. I started taking my psyllium husk again. Is it psyllium or xylem? How do you say that word? The husk. You put a tablespoon in with water, shake it up, slam it. Physill, whatever. It's a fucked up spelling. But I love what a couple of tablespoons of psyllium husk does to my shit. Dude, the shit cuts off clean. You wipe your ass with toilet paper and there's nothing on the fucking paper. It's like you're a dog. You can go shit anywhere. It's great. It's called a colonic. No, I'm talking about like Metamucil. I eat psyllium husk. It's great, smooth. I don't know what that means. Your hair looks long. You need a haircut, you hippie. Yeah. Hey, there's Chris Bra. What's up? Is Andrew on here? Where's the salty prince? Would you cuck Hitler if he wanted to watch you fuck Eva Braun? I guess. I mean, why not? Eva Braun was okay. Was she blonde hair, blue eyed, like Master Race type chick? I don't usually get real aroused by blondies. I like darker women, like Mediterranean women, with the olive skin and a nice brunette, uh, brown eyes. Yeah, I like darker women, but not so dark. Like Latino is about as dark as I like them. But no, I don't, and I don't necessarily favor Latinos. I like a European woman, but that Mediterranean look where they're darker. That's the kind of chicks I like. Haitian, fuck no. No, any other? Is that the real Dale Chance? Uh, is he wearing a speedo in that picture? Uh, Dale, when are you going to fight Thor? Thor would eat Dale. Jesus Christ, Dale would be like a chicken wing. Uh, Dale Chuck E. Cheese speedo. I wish I was in good enough shape to wear a speedo. Actually, I am. You just gotta not care. Sound is good, but your lips don't align with the sound. I don't know why. I should have decent cell service. I'm in Fort Myers, Florida, and I have Verizon. Thoughts on apartheid? Um, I don't think it was very nice to the native people of South Africa. It was rather strict. Um, but the flip side of that coin, since apartheid has been lifted, look what kind of piece of shit, hellhole, fucking shithole that South Africa has turned into. So, I don't know, you be the judge. Oh. Jay, what do you think about the decolonization of Africa in the 60s and 70s? I just said what I think. All those countries have turned into shitholes. What's your opinion on the whole Lee Priest Generation Iron thing? I'm behind Lee Priest 100%. And anybody who isn't with Lee Priest, get the fuck out of here. Lee Priest is awesome. Lee Priest bathes in the piss-filled waters of Lake Cressida, and he loves it. He drinks it. What's your opinion on Jason Genova's Instagram posts? Um, Boring, silly. I mean, I feel bad for the kid. I don't think this shelter in place is good for his brain. He needs to be walking freely on Atlantic Avenue, bothering people and making a jackass out of himself. Otherwise, he's not mentally healthy. Private ownership equals good upkeep. I guess, yeah. Do you think we have apartheid in the U.S.? Seems the 13% of blacks control the 80%, 87% of the rest of the population. That's a very retarded statement. Have you seen Jason's museum? Yes, and I'm urging all the maniacs when he's doing a live stream from downtown Delray. I want someone to break in his house and steal all that shit. Teach him a lesson for posting valuables on social media. He's a moron. You don't post your valuables in your home on social media and then go do a live stream away from your house so everyone knows you're not home. I mean, he needs to be taught a lesson. It's all fake. I don't know. Some of that shit's got to be real. No, the dancing queen. I follow him on Instagram, and mentally he's not doing so hot with all the gyms being closed. He's going a little crazy, posting all these workouts with bands and silly shit. Um, are you on gear now? Barely. 1cc of test and 1cc of equipoise. I ran out of DECA, but I never run out of test and EQ. Mark my words. Will Lenny ever meet Christina Broccolini? Absolutely not. That's a stupid question. Genova has world-class forearm and leg genetics. Do you agree? No, all retards have good calves. Are you stupid? What are your thoughts on injecting bleach to cure coronavirus? I would encourage it. Really would. Got a sick deal on a squat rack, 300 pounds with an Olympic bar and rack, only 236. That's great. There's going to be all sorts of gym equipment on OfferUp and eBay in a few weeks. Hopefully Brad can add to that gym. Looking forward to training with Brad. Sorry guys, lost you for a minute. Somebody text messaged me, and I tried to hit the little X to make it go away, and I wound up opening up the text. Sometimes fucking smartphones are a pain in the fucking ass. Doing Yates style rows now, Jay. What do you think about that? Okay, everyone thinks I do pendley rows. I do not do pendley rows. Pendley rows, you start from the bottom, from a dead stop. I may tap the floor, but I don't start from the bottom. I usually do them inside a power rack. I pick it up, just like doing a shrug. Take a half step back, bend over, tap the weight on the floor, then I yank it up to my fucking gut with extreme force, trying to keep my back somewhat parallel to the floor. That's old school Franco Columbu barbell rows. Old school. The way they used to do them back in the late 60s, early 70s. That's the way I was taught to do them. It's the way I do them. It's the way I'm always going to do them. Now, the Dorian row, it hits more upper back. And I'm not arguing that. But here's my point. Hammer strength makes an isolateral low row that basically mimics the range of motion of the Dorian row. So, and that's my favorite back machine. Absolutely. My favorite back machine is the isolateral low row by Hammer Strength. So here's my argument. The Dorian row is a great range of motion to build upper back mass, but they make a machine for it. So why not do your barbell rows the proper way? And you can almost treat your barbell rows, if you do them the proper way, like a bench or a squat. And you can program them almost like a power move. I'm not saying doing singles. That would be stupid. Nobody does a set of one on the barbell row. But there's no reason you can't do heavy doubles and triples or 5 sets of 5 or, you know what I'm saying? So do your barbell rows the proper way. The way the exercise was invented back in, I don't know, ever since there's been a barbell. That's how they did barbell rows, with the back perpendicular to the, or parallel to the floor. It's basically supposed to be opposite range of motion of the bench press. And then, if you want to utilize the Dorian range of motion later in your workout, after you're fatigued and you don't want to use free weights anymore, you can hop on a hammer strength machine, hit the same range of motion, but have the safety of doing it on a hammer strength machine. Because look how many bodybuilders have torn biceps doing the Dorian Yates style barbell row. There's too many to fucking count. So if guys are tearing biceps, but you don't hear about guys tearing biceps on hammer strength rows, right? So I would, that's not a bad range of motion, but it doesn't need to be done with a barbell row. It'd be like if I came up with a completely ridiculous technique on a flat bench to make it seem more like a decline. It's completely unnecessary. I love hammer strength for back. I like the high row. For me, that isolateral high row has made pull downs obsolete. The pull down, that pull down range of motion is just too dangerous on the shoulder joint. That isolateral high row is basically the opposite of an incline. Okay, it's not the opposite of a military press. It's like the opposite of an incline. Way more. That exercise involves way more muscle fibers than a pull down. Since the invention of the high row, it's just made lat pull downs obsolete. I mean, I guess, especially with a wide bar, with a wide grip. If I was going to do cable pull downs, I would, the only way I'm going to ever do cable lat pull downs ever again, now that hammer strength has come out with these new machines that are far superior, is with a neutral grip, with a narrow handle. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, narrow neutral grip handle. You know the little V handles they make. Because then, with the neutral grip, you can really stretch that lat at the top. That's about, and I would make that my last back exercise. After I've just crushed it on the bent over barbell rows with an Olympic bar. And then I would do like a hammer strength high row, and then I would go back for my third exercise. Do the hammer strength isolateral low row, because and here's why: you don't want to do two exercises in a row that are that similar. You want to make your second exercise at a different angle. So that you actually rest the fibers that work at the angle of your first exercise, and then come back and hit that angle again on your third. Okay? Kind of like how I do bench, and then my second exercise I do incline, and then I come back to the flat, but I do narrower grip. I don't really do a close grip. I do a narrower grip, because I got to clear my pecs. So my close grip is rather wide. And the same thing, if I don't feel like doing inclines that day, I'll go flat bench, decline press, then I'll come back to the flat and do my close grips. So if you employ the same thing with your back, the barbell row is, if you do it properly, is the opposite range of motion of your fucking bench press. So then you would go to your isolateral high row second, which is opposite of your incline. And then you could come back and do the isolateral low row on your third movement, which is basically opposite of a decline. That right there is a fucking perfect back workout right there. And then maybe add in some neutral grip, narrow neutral grip front cable pull downs. Your back, that's all you need right there. Those 4 exercises, you get real good and real strong at those 4 exercises, you're going to build a big back. Do weight planks for better core. Okay, suck cock for better lips. I don't care. Rows will strengthen your core. I just want to get jacked and fuck bitches. Or fuck anything. Who cares? Fuck a dog. What's your thoughts on Westside Barbell? So there's some real good science coming out of there. Like one of my favorite things I've gotten out of Barbell, out of Westside, is studying their dynamic training method, where you bench press with like 60% of your 1 rep max, and you do 8 sets of triples, but they're just fast and explosive. Wham, 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 then you rack it. But you do that 8 times. I love dynamic speed day for bench press. It's one of the funnest workouts you can do, and because you're activating your nervous system to fucking fire. It's great. If you guys haven't tried dynamic effort training for your bench press, research it a little bit. It's basically 8 sets of 3. It was originally a Bulgarian Olympic lifting routine, and the Bulgarians would do 8 sets of 3 with 72% of their 1 rep max. Real simple, right? 8 sets of 3 at 72%, but they're ballistic explosive reps. You're only using 72%. Now, Louis has changed it for powerlifting. For example, Louis, for the bench press, Louis likes guys to do 9 sets of 3 because he likes you to do a 3 sets of 3 with the wide grip, 3 sets of 3 with the medium grip, and 3 sets of 3 with the close grip. And I've tried it. I love that workout. I love Louis' bench workout for dynamic effort with 3 different grips, 3 sets of 3 with all 3 grips. And I'll tell you, here's how I do it. Just because, I don't know if it's because I'm old, or if it's just because I need time to warm up, or if it's maybe because I've had shoulder injuries in the past. But after I'm warmed up and I'm ready to start my 9 sets of 3, I like to start with 3 sets of 3 with the medium grip. You know, because you really feel like you're in your wheelhouse with a medium grip. You don't feel vulnerable at all. You just feel like you're protected because you're using a medium grip, and you can just rip really fast acceleration off the chest, which is the goal. So I'll do 3 sets of 3 with my medium grip. Then I will go out to the wide for 3 sets of 3. Then my final 3 sets of 3, I'll bring it in for the close grip. And that seems to work for me. See what works for you. Louis recommends guys with weaker triceps who have a hard time doing the close grips at the end, maybe should do their 3 sets of 3 with the close grip first. But I don't see the point of that. That doesn't work for me. I don't see the point of fatiguing my triceps before I do the fucking medium and wide grip. But I guess for guys he's training that have weaker triceps, it works for them. So you got to do what works for you. You know, be flexible. So Louis doesn't use 72% like the Bulgarian Olympic lifting team did. Louis basically uses a 3-week wave. And the first week, he starts out very light. I believe it's, I think it's 60% week 1. Okay? Week 2, 65%. Week 3, 70%. And then the fourth week you don't do it, or you start over with your new max and redo your calculations. You don't go. He doesn't go above 70%. Hold on, someone just said the Bulgarians would max every day. I don't know if that's true. If you got a guy, let's say you got some of those little guys, like 165 pounders, that could snatch 300. How many days in a row do you think you could snatch 300 if you were only 165 pounds? You're eventually going to get hurt. So I don't know if I believe that. Remember, a lot of sports is misinformation. You're going to leak things to your competitors that aren't the truth. So, would you take Jason on a cross-country run when you would be like BJ and the Bear? Absolutely not. Oh. Under Ivan Abadjiev, they work to maximum of some sort of lift each day. Okay, maybe you're right. Like maybe one day they would max on their high pull, and then the next day they would max on their jerk, and then the next day they would max on their snatch, and then the next day they would, maybe max on their clean, and then maybe a squat or a deadlift. I imagine maxing on a squat and then coming in trying to do cleans the next day. That don't work for me, brah. So, but remember, those Bulgarians back in those days, I don't think there was drug testing in the Olympics in like 76 when the Bulgarians were at their prime. Those guys were munching fucking D-ball fucking like crazy. Don't ever say brah like that again. It's cringe. Yeah, I'm not a big brah guy. I'd rather say bro. What up, bro? I don't like brah. What up, brah? Shut the fuck up about Bulgarians, for the love of God. I like this guy. That's funny. Jason Masterson _ Delray. Dude, how many fucking troll accounts do you guys have of me? Someone should just get a list of them, so that I can fuck. Someday when I'm old, well, I'm old now. Be like saying someday when I'm fat. Someday when I'm old, I'm going to tell people in the nursing home, you should have seen it. These guys, there must have been hundreds of Instagram accounts, with different forms of my name and my picture. And these guys, some of them were fans, some of them didn't like me, and they would, some of them would harass me, other ones would fucking compliment me, and we're going on live streams, and I'd be like, huh? Oh. Jay's last squat was the best. No, that's not funny. Everyone's going to think you're full of shit, laughing my ass off. I know. Be like, imagine Dale Chance years from now in the nursing home when he tells people that he was a competitive bodybuilder. Okay? That same shit. Dale won't even be the third biggest guy in his nursing home. When Dale finally goes to the nursing home, if the nursing home were to have a contest, I don't think Dale would get third. I think it'd be much worse. Oh, sorry, Dale. Oh. Now, Lenny, on the other hand, when Lenny goes to the nursing home, Lenny's just going to lie and tell him he was a football player he was a wrestler, and people just suck it up. Lenny fans are a different breed. Everyone in the Genovaverse has their fans are slightly different. Like Genova fans, most of them are just pimply faced fucking geeks, that are gamers or whatever they do. A lot of them don't even lift. They just like seeing some retarded kid make a jackass out of himself. And a lot of Genova fans, they've grown up and move out of their mom's house, and they don't even watch Jason anymore. They were Jason Genova fans when they were teenagers, and they lived in their mom's house. Now they're like at college or working or wherever they went, and they have no clue. That's why so many of Jason gets so very, for the amount of subscribers Jason has, most of those subscribers have moved on and don't even watch his shit. If you compare Jason's subscribers to his views, the two don't correlate. Lenny fans are the most sick and twisted. They're bad. They're bad people. And you got the J Master fans. They're pretty good people. I like my fan. Not the hater trolls, but the guys that actually, the fans that actually I interact with that are decent people. I like. I think I got good fans. Personally, I think I got the best fans. The ones that aren't the least fucked up. I mean, we're all a little fucked up, but I think my fans are the least fucked up. And then you got Bradley Male Prick fans. You got people that love the Prince. You got people that love Saul. You got people that love Big Richard. It's really been an interesting ride. And I'm glad Lenny got me to introduce me to Andrew. Really looking forward to going home next week. Well, I don't have a home. I'm a fat homeless trucker. Wherever I'm going to stay next week. I think I might just fucking park my truck in Brad's driveway. Just squat. Squatters' rights. Nate fans? What about Nate fans? Does Nate have any fans? I guess Nate gets views. I don't understand. I don't understand Nate's channel. I don't know how it gets any views. I don't know. It's just I don't get it. Is competitive eating that big of a thing where you're going to get views doing eating challenges? I don't know. I'm too old to do eating challenges. I think I would have a heart attack if I did some of those eating challenges because all that pressure on my organs with that much food in my system, I'm not going to do it. Nate's viewers are from North Korea. That's like North Korea is supposed to have some sports stadium that holds like the most people in the world. But I don't think anyone's ever seen a picture of it. Doesn't North Korea have some soccer stadium where they hold political rallies that holds like 200,000 people or some crazy shit? But no one's ever seen it. There's no pictures of it. Big Rob Fitness is training in his garage live again with 2 viewers. God. I've watched Big Rob's videos, and he doesn't rest. He's he's got the attention span of a gnat. He'll do something and then he'll do another thing, and then he just keeps doing sets, bouncing around from stupid exercise to stupid exercise, and then it gets to the point where he's using such ridiculously light weights because he hasn't allowed himself to recover. He finally walks over to check his phone. That isn't how you train. What? I don't get that. That's exercising. When you do that many sets in a row of different exercises, and you wind up so fatigued that you're using girl weight, you're not going to build any muscle doing that. That's just exercise. If you want to exercise, go walk the beach. Maybe you'll get some pussy. Or maybe you'll find some old man to suck your cock. I don't care. But if you want to train for muscle, you need to sit your fucking ass down and breathe and bring your heart rate down to a resting heart rate before you do your next set. Big Rob is definitely on the autism spectrum. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. People think I'm crazy because I'm not scared of the COVID-19 virus. Really not. I personally think I had it. I've told this story many times. And now I got people telling me, well, just because you had it doesn't mean you can't get it again. There's people fighting the idea that you can get immunity to this thing. Now, I've listened to the experts, Dr. Fauci, and who's the cunt who wears the, she's always got a handkerchief around her neck. Anyway, Dr. What's her name? But the experts all agree you're going to have some type of immunity if you've had it and you've recovered. The only thing the experts haven't confirmed is how long that immunity will last. Is it like the chicken pox or something like that where it's lifetime immunity? Or is it Dr. Burke's? There you go. Thank you. Thank you. The Scarf Queen. That's what Rush Limbaugh calls her. The Scarf Queen. Because she's always wearing a scarf. I think that might be an underground message to people in the fetish community that she likes to be choked out while she's getting fucked. Dude, I'm not into that, man. Have you guys ever been with a chick that likes to be choked out while you're fucking her? I mean, to each his own, but I'm not there to please your choking fetish. I'm here to fucking come inside your pussy and then go get a fucking meal somewhere or some beers. I'm not there to... Yeah, so there's some disagreement about whether the immunity is temporary or if it's short term or if it's medium or if it's long term. Like, we really don't know till the virus comes back around next flu season. Yeah, 100% correct. Ultraviolet light kills the virus. They're saying out here in the bright sunshine, a nice, powerful sun like I have here in Fort Myers, Florida, 90 seconds, and that virus is dead. So this whole shelter-in-place thing is stupid. That's where people are passing it around, is inside. So, I don't know. We'll see. No one knows if you can become reinfected. But I'm telling you, the experts say you have at least a temporary immunity. You're not going to get reinfected this season. I've heard rumors and stories about people getting it a second time. I don't know if I believe it. So I'm not scared. And you know what? I think the people next flu season, people are going to refuse to shelter in place. I think next flu season, mark my words, the best the governors are going to get the people to cooperate with, let's say we get an outbreak next flu season, which is probably going to happen. I'm not a denier. The governors are probably going to have to issue mask. You know, if you're in public, you're going to have to wear a mask and social distancing. But they are not going to get away with shutting the economy down again. I don't want to say I'll guarantee it because I don't trust my government. Yeah, it's going to come around for wave 2. It's just, I don't know if people that had it are going to get it, or if wave 2 is just going to get the people that never got it. We don't know how permanent the immunity is. But there's whack jobs out there that think there is no immunity. You can just get it over and over and over and over and over again. That kind of fear-mongering is not what made America great. All right, I got 29 seconds left. I encourage all you guys to work on keeping cock out of your anus, keeping cock out of your mouth, and